All right, we're going to do a video analysis here on Richard, first video of the program. So let's take him into his leg lift. Have him power down the mound and ball release. All right, a few things right here. Looks like you're on maybe an artificial mound like conversion, which is pretty interesting. Never seen that before with the sneakers on. Not too bad though. Glad you're off the field. Here we go. So let's see. So we go leg lift. We have decent weight shift right here, where it looks like the front leg staying pretty close, which is good. Boom, boom. Back leg is loaded. Front arm keeping you closed. Eyes on target. Hand dropping to the pocket. I'd rather see it a little bit closer over here, but you'll see he's going to get an arm swing going up here, which is something we want to avoid. So you'll see boom right there. Right? We'll see straight arm right here. Super weak position. If that ball was 10 pounds and you had held it out like that, you'd feel it definitely in your elbow and in your shoulder in a negative way. So we want to be in better positions. Right here, front foot completely open, hips are leaking, back leg still loaded, which means we're not firing the back leg. Front side in a straight line, which is good. Eyes on target. All right, remember, arm back here, no good. So now as we get into front foot strike, what we see is the hips are forced open from the front leg, right? Where now this foot is completely open. This front hip is completely open. But because of poor mobility in the hips, this is kind of lagging behind. And instead of firing with the back hip here, it's kind of being pulled open this way through the front foot momentum. Right? Again, strong front side, which is good. Eyes on target, good. Traveling in a straight line. But we're not really seeing really good back leg drive at all, mainly due to poor hip loading and exploding. Right? So we're getting loaded here. This is a good position to be in. Right? We're loaded and we're closed. We want to try and ride this position as long as we can down the mound, and then explode through that back hip forward like we do on the med ball drills that you're doing. And we want that muscle memory to transfer to our mechanics, right? So now as we continue and we get into front foot strike right here, what we see is your arm is late, right? You're here. You're not even up in that good 90-degree angle that we want. And you're getting some torque in the midsection, which means you have potential for it, but because of lack of mobility and poor movement timing, it's thrown off and it's not going to be efficient. So now you're in a position here where as you follow through, again, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but your arm gets up to that good 90 degrees just at the wrong time, so it kind of drags through the zone. You're stable with that front leg, which is good. But again, because of poor mobility and poor powering from the back leg, we're not getting a ton of trunk movement forward to launch us. So you end up here where you're kind of reaching forward. Your back heel is now coming off the ground because you didn't brake properly, because you have extra energy coming through your hips because of your hip tightness right here. That energy has to go somewhere, so it causes your foot to come off the ground because now you're almost falling forward and your hips are rotating way too late because you've already released the ball. So your body has no choice but to spin this way and you land cross that way because your hips are firing way too late. Right? It's okay to go across your body a little bit. It happens to guys all the time. But when we're landing on our toe, coming up on our heel like we are right here, that's no good because we're leaking energy and our tight hips are throwing off our timing. So this tells us a few things. Definitely have a lot of work to do. So be deliberate with your mechanic drills as well as your weight training because it's all supported, it's all together. And you have a ton of potential, dude. And I'm not just saying that because you are doing some stuff right where you're getting some good hip to shoulder separation right here. Right? We just got to get your arm in a better position through the arm path drills. We have to continue to be deliberate with using this back leg better and get that front leg stronger as well. And I think you'll be in a good spot. Let me know what you think.